Too Casual Podcast, episode number, I don't even know. How you doing, Drake?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm sitting. It's been a second.
It's been a while. Some would even say
4 weeks since the last episode.
Yeah,
3 weeks off.
A decently hectic schedule, mostly on Fridays, and that's beginning to become a problem. So here I am.
Yeah, we'll see. How was your month off, Drake? I guess
My month was great. I took some time off work too, so I worked on the 17th, and then I was off until like January 4th. So it was pretty awesome.
Yeah,
Just been chilling, relaxing, hanging out.
do anything fun the past month besides that?
I don't guess. I mean, you really can't.
What's going on? Like a pandemic or something?
I guess that's what they say, at least. So
No, they're lying.
yeah, the only thing you really do is go out to eat, and so
You watched a great movie,
when
Twilight.
yeah, I did, and we'll talk about that later, I'm sure. But I got some more to go with that. So
Yeah, I mean, I watched some movies. We're off for 4 weeks, and I watched like maybe 8 movies. So
yeah,
yeah,
it's a little low. It's not what I figured you'd be like. 47.
No, we're at. From last episode, I've seen Eyes Wide Shut again from 1999. Great year, by the way. Have you ever heard of it? You ever heard of the year 1999?
No.
You know the world was supposed to end in 1999.
Yeah, Y2K.
No, Nostradamus predicted that the world would end in
Oh.
1999.
Yeah, and 2012. We made it through that too. So
Yeah, the Mayan calendar. Who's the next great predictor? It's gonna be us. The world's gonna end whenever I die.
there's no proof that you can die, so maybe it's never
Yeah,
gonna end.
there's no scientific proof that the Earth could end. So,
Yep.
then I watched Twilight. I watched What Did Jack Do Again? I don't know if it was the past month. It's been a while since I recorded, but I showed What Did Jack Do to my mom and my grandma, and it was very funny.
Yeah, I bet they had a blast.
Yeah, I watched The Ascent, this Russian movie. Russian war film was pretty decent. Minding the Gap, this documentary, it came out a couple years ago. It's really good. American Gigolo, another Paul Schrader movie. Paul Schrader, who wrote my favorite movie of all time, Taxi Driver, directed it. It was alright. Cruel Intentions. I'm just listing all the movies I watch now. Cruel Intentions from 1999. That movie is horny. Mad horny.
That's not my cup of tea then.
I felt like an old man when I was like, I had the realization while watching. I was like, man, this movie is really horny.
Like, I would not show my kids this if I had one.
I watched this British movie called Naked, starring David Thewlis. You'd think with a name like Naked, it'd be more horny than the one before, but that one is actually really good. Would recommend. The movie opens on a rape, so that tells you anything.
Okay.
And then I watched Goldman vs. Silverman again, a short by the Safdie brothers, came out like 2 years ago. And yeah, that's it.
Nice.
I worked a lot, like almost every night for 2 weeks. So
Getting in them hours.
yeah, now I'm back to only working weekends. The exact opposites. Drake works all weekdays, and then I work all weekends.
Yeah, it makes for a good...
Yeah, it makes for a good pair.
And our hours are...
Yeah. My sleep schedule is great right now. I'm waking up at like 5 a.m.
Nice. Welcome
Unlike
to the club.
last week. We were supposed to make an episode last week, but I was asleep the entire time. I slept from... I got off work at 2 a.m. and I slept till 5:30 the next day p.m. to my boss calling me to come into work. And I was like, it's 5 a.m. Why are you telling me to come to work? So that was great. That was fantastic.
Yeah. And of course, I'm up at like 9, so.
Yeah. So we watched a movie forever ago. When did you actually watch the movie? Last week, I guess?
The day.
A week ago? 8 days ago?
No, the day that we recorded.
That was last Friday?
Yeah.
Or today? Or do you mean today? We didn't record last week.
No, the last time that we recorded.
Oh, you watched it the day I recommended it?
That day.
Do you do that all the time or just that specific one? Were you excited to watch it?
Yeah, usually what happens is we get done recording, I go into do my thing for the rest of the day. Jenny comes home, and then I talk about it. Well, I said it, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, we have to watch it." So we ordered pizza, watch it. That spiraled out.
About me picking Twilight?
I think she was kind of surprised. She expected, that from more of her gender.
Or you?
So, yeah.
All right, I cut you off. You order pizza.
It spiraled out of control. Yes. Every single movie. Over the course of that weekend. 4 or 5 of them? Yep. From Friday to Sunday. That's like basically all we watched. And what was crazy is one of the TV shows, so we watch them all on Netflix or whatever it was on. And then...
I don't remember. I watched it on international Netflix.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was on. And then we go to regular TV and they're doing like a series, like a marathon.
A Twilight marathon?
So that's literally all I watched that whole weekend was Twilight.
You watched it twice?
I watched it twice. I probably watched every movie twice.
Interesting. So,
just kept it on watching.
As someone who grew up, there needs to be like a term for it. Like, those like bronies for like My Little Pony. Should be like a Twilight. As a Twilight kid, apparently. That was a surprise to me. How did you... you had to enjoy it. You watched it twice, the whole thing, all the way through twice.
Yeah. I mean, it was good. It was way different from whenever I watched it as a kid. I mean, you just notice more things and stuff has different meaning. But
webcam is going out of focus.
But yeah, it was. It ended up being a really good weekend.
Yeah. Do you have any thoughts on the actual movie, or the whole entire franchise as a whole?
I mean, it's a great story. Who wrote it?
Stephanie Meyer. That's her name.
I mean, I've never read the books. My stepmom literally reads she bought the new book when it came out. Like she read all
last
the old
year,
ones.
the Edward book.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's well written.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is like, I don't know how to explain it. Not maybe cheesy is a good word. It's like really
campy.
Like plays into the teen romance.
It's the exact same thing as cheese.
Yeah. And yeah, that's a good word. So it is that, but I mean, for that purpose, for what it does, I mean, it does a good job as far as what it's meant to be.
All right, I've been delaying my opinion.
Yeah, I'm sure you're about to poop on it, but
I thought Twilight, I only saw the first one, haven't seen the whole series.
Okay.
I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was so funny.
Yeah.
Because of how bad it is. It's so funny. Like...
Oh, we're opposite.
I don't know what you're talking about. The script is awful. So Twilight, directed by Catherine Hardwicke, starring Kristen Stewart, Robert Pattinson, Taylor Lautner, who's not even in the movie at all. There's also Anna Kendrick's in it, weirdly. It's like a side character. And then there's this Justin Chan or Chan. I don't remember. It's probably Chan. There's the Asian guy who's the student body president or whatever. He's I'm going to show you around. He's in a movie called 21 and Over. So I couldn't take him serious. I just thought it was funny every time I saw him. I was just like, ha, it's a guy from that movie.
Well, yeah.
I Leonardo DiCaprio meme. Haha. I think the editing is so funny of how bad the editing is. Like, it's hilariously bad. And specifically, the baseball scene itself might be the funniest scene. Just how poorly... It doesn't make any sense, the scene, in the context of the movie. But then the editing's bad. Just like, it's all comes together. It's so funny. Like, okay, there's a baseball. The vampires love baseball, apparently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It has to be storming.
Yep.
All right. But they bring the human there to be the umpire. The vampires move extremely fast. How is the human supposed to tell if they're safe or out? If they're moving 1,000,000 miles per hour?
Oh, yeah.
That makes no sense at all. And it's so funny edited. It doesn't make any sense in the context of the movie why they like baseball. They just had the scene so the other vampires would show up, and they have that little like fight where they basically just like growl at each other, and so awfully edited. It's very funny. The script, yeah, pretty bad.
I guess.
Also another funny scene is whenever Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart, he like puts her on his back and then runs up a mountain. That's so funny. Yeah. Like all like the vampire super fast movement and like CGI is like hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
The pitcher, going back to baseball thing, the pitcher that's pitching, the blonde chick, I think, I watched it a week ago, I don't exactly remember. She gave zero fucks about attempting to have a good form in pitching. She just kicks her leg out and throws the ball.
He slings it.
Like, doesn't care. I just like, it's so funny. And like, this movie gets a bad rap, obviously, and like people like absolutely hate it. I don't think it's a good movie at all, but I enjoyed myself. I had a good time watching it. I would watch it again, just because of how it's not even like a so bad it's good. It's just like it's like how I love Inspector Gadget from 1999. It's not a good movie at all, but it's enjoyable and it's very funny. It's not supposed to be funny, but it is.
I can see that.
Yeah. Like it gets a huge bad rap. I mean, it gives Robert Pattinson like a bad. Everyone's like, oh, the Twilight guy, but Robert Pattinson's an excellent actor. We watched The Lighthouse together in the theater. Mm-hmm. Very good movie. Or Good Time by the Safdie brothers, to reference them again. The Safdie brothers. It's on Netflix. Very good movie. It's like it's not necessarily like a heist movie. It's like a post-heist, I guess is the best way to describe it. Because like the very first scene of the movie is they try to rob. It's been like 2 years since I've seen it. They try to rob a bank. Yeah, it's definitely a bank. They try to rob a bank, and it goes awful. Like the money packets explode, and they got pink paint all over them, and that's like where the movie starts.
Oh.
And then it's like this guy, and he has a brother who has like Down syndrome that robbed this bank. And the guy with Down syndrome is like super injured. He's in the hospital, and the story follows Robert Pattinson trying to break his brother out of the hospital.
No.
Very good movie. Highly recommend it.
What's it called?
A Good Time.
A Good Time.
I'll probably pick it eventually on Film
That
Club.
actually sounds good.
It's directed by the same people that did Uncut Gems, if that sells it for you or not. And you absolutely hate that movie.
I take my blood pressure medicine before I watch that.
Yeah, Taylor Lautner, you know, from Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
The GOAT.
Oh, he's also in that Adam Sandler Western. What's it called?
Ridiculous Six.
Yeah, the Ridiculous Six. I don't know. I found Twilight to be very funny. It's very stupid. Like, I mean, this is gonna... I feel like the people that made it definitely weren't trying to make a good movie, and they were just in it for the bankroll fresh.
That's probably true.
Especially like the editor. If you look at the editor's like other movies, it's all. I think she edited like all the Twilight movies, and then she edited like the Warm Bodies zombie vampire movie. It's like very like it's so weird. The director of this also hasn't done anything good. I don't know. It's I don't know what to say. It's a funny movie, man.
Well, obviously let my emotions get the best of me in this one, so.
I don't understand how someone could seriously like this movie. I guess like I don't know. If you like this, you must like a lot of movies because this is a very bottom of the barrel movie. But it's, I don't know, I enjoyed it. I'm like trash talking it, but at the same time, I'm like, I think it gets a lot of undeserved hate. But undeserved hate because of how funny it is to how bad it is.
Yeah.
Which is a very odd opinion. Yeah. Drake.
Andy.
What do you think about that?
I agree. I think you're on the right page. I think I let my emotions in.
I mean, it's cool if you like it. Anybody can like anything.
I wouldn't say it's my favorite movie. I wouldn't say...
I like Inspector You have a lot of favorite movies. That's surprising. I was thinking like maybe one episode we can do like a Newlywed game.
Oh yeah.
Just like for fun. And I was like, if the question like favorite movie comes up, you know the answer to mine, but your favorite movie changes like every day. Mm-hmm. Like on this episode, you've said like 4 different favorite movies. You're like, you picked a movie and you're like, it's my favorite movie of all time. Yeah.
Plead the fifth.
What would you give Twilight? Also, I'm going to start doing another thing is preface the rating with, would you recommend Twilight to someone? Like, if someone's asking for a movie, would you recommend Twilight?
Like, yeah, sure, yeah.
Are you questioning how I phrase the movie or what? Phrase the question.
No, I'm just thinking context, but that's not important. So yeah, I would prefer it.
No, I mean, I would not recommend it.
Right, like, that's the thing. Like, if they say, I've never watched a movie, what should I watch? That's not what I'm saying.
I'm saying, would you put, like, a stamp of approval on it? Like, if someone's like, should I watch Twilight? You'll be, yeah.
Oh, I'd say yeah.
Oh, I would definitely go no. What would you give the movie out of 10?
7.
Wow.
6 or 7. 7.
I give it a 4, which is probably higher than you expected.
Yeah.
It's not the worst thing we've selected on Film Club, I'll be honest.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Spy Kids is definitely the worst thing, which is surprising.
Yeah.
And honestly, my rankings on Letterboxd differ. I would recommend this over like Palm Springs. But like, I just think Palm Springs is kind of boring.
Yeah.
And very forgettable. Like,
yeah, that's true.
It's a very forgettable movie. Like, if Twilight's got anything going for it, it's definitely memorable. You'll remember you watched it.
Yeah.
Eventually, I guess I have to watch the other 4 or 5, whatever, how many of there are.
I guess you do.
So, Drake, what would you, Drake, what is your pick for next week?
You know, this is bad because I didn't think about this at all.
Yeah, I thought about that. I was like, what if Drake just doesn't pick anything? Because we've had a month for you to decide.
I haven't given it any, I really don't know.
You don't know?
No.
Do you want me to pick a movie?
Yeah.
right.
I really can't think. No, I can't do this.
I don't know. Maybe Good Time, the movie like 10 seconds ago. That. Let me pick one then.
Because if I don't think about it, I'll pick something stupid. So I don't want to do that.
Hey, I picked Twilight, man. I picked Spy Kids, Twilight. We're all for picking stupid.
Yeah, but.
Then I guess I'll pick. I said what's preferencing Twilight. I was like, we pick a lot of funny movies. I got to pick something serious. I picked Twilight as a meme.
Yeah.
So,
because it's serious.
It's time to pick something serious.
All right.
A movie I haven't seen in a very long time. I think I'm going to go with that.
Okay.
It's going to be No Country for Old Men. I realized directed by the same people that directed a previous pick. As saying it.
That's okay.
No Country for Old Men, directed by the Coen brothers. They directed Oh Brother, Where Art Thou before. Joel did. Not the brothers, but the brothers did No Country for Old Men. It's like a modern Western movie starring Tommy Lee Jones, Javier Bardem, and Josh Brolin. And yeah, I haven't seen it maybe like 4 or 5 years. I've only ever seen it once, so.
I think I'm in the same boat.
You saw it before?
Yeah, but it was like a long time ago.
All right. Should be a good one. It's an actual serious pick, unlike Twilight.
Yeah.
Maybe think of a pick next time, Greg.
I'm struggling a little.
Did you have so much fun at Twilight? You were like, man, that was my pick. Yeah, that was my movie.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
Even though I picked it as a meme, and you just like apparently really love Twilight.
Yeah.
There's since we have 4 months, whatever, between these episodes, I have a lot of topics. Do you have any topics?
Good. I don't. So this is good. I'm the least prepared I've ever been in my life today, except maybe the first episode.
We had a lot of deaths that impacted me in the past 4 weeks.
Okay.
Brody Lee, the wrestler, passed away, and I did cry in my car. I posted a picture of me crying in my car on Twitter, but it was like a meme for a different reason, because Zdeno Chara left the Bruins, so I posted a picture of me crying to Brody Lee.
No.
I cried because Bray Wyatt, another professional wrestler, posted like a thing on Instagram, like, rest in peace, Brody Lee. And like he wrote like a story. It was like very sad. I was like, dang.
Yeah.
Brody Lee, great wrestler. Yeah. Great guy.
Rest in peace.
You may know him as, man, I'm blanking on his name right now. His WWE name, Luke Harper. You may know him as Luke Harper in WWE from the Wyatt family. And then one of the best rappers of all time, MF Doom, passed away.
I saw that.
Very good rapper. Would highly recommend the Mad Villain album. It's an absolute masterpiece. And then Adobe Flash is dead. It's gone. Gone forever. Adobe Flash is done. Yeah, I know, Drake.
That might be the saddest one.
That's definitely...
I know, it's not true at all, but... Yeah.
Adobe Flash is gone.
Forever.
Did you spend the last day, I think it was December 31st, playing Adobe Flash games on your computer?
Nope.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Adobe Flash. It was a good run,
Yeah.
As I said previously, Zdeno Chara left the Bruins, which is kind of sad. I have a Zdeno Chara jersey behind me. I guess because you can't see the number, it's a Patrice Bergeron one now because he's the new captain. But
where'd he go?
Chara on the back. He went to the Washington Capitals.
No.
So he was going to have a reduced role. He went to the Capitals on a $780-something thousand contract. So incredible.
Yikes.
Other sports, the NBA's back. If you watched any basketball?
Nope.
Yeah, I know. We used to have an old podcast where we talk sports, and me and the other co-host Dylan would talk about basketball, and Drake would just be like, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm not much of a sports watcher nowadays.
The Knicks are good. The Knicks are good. The Knicks, Julius Randle, MVP right now. The Knicks, I've been watching. I've seen all the Knicks games and all the Celtics games, and the Knicks are good. Like, the Julius Randle's a beast, man. The Celtics are having a great season. They're 6-3. They're like 4th in the division, but they have wins over the Bucks, the Heat, the Sixers, and the Raptors.
Oh,
they don't have a win over the Sixers. I lied. I was thinking they have a win. Who's the other? The Raptors, Bucks, Pacers is the other one. They have one over the Pacers. Oh. They have big wins. They've had a tough schedule. They haven't played the Sixers yet. Sixers are very overrated right now. Sorry to say it, but there's like a thing. It's like Joel Embiid's MVP, even though he doesn't like his stats don't like. It's so there's so much Sixers bias. Like Tobias Harris won Player of the Week one week. Whenever Julius Randle had better numbers than him, Jaylen Brown had better numbers than him, and then like Joel Embiid's leading the MVP, like not votes, but it's like official votes, but like he's leading in like the MVP predictions, and he's like, he's not even top 5 in win shares or VORP, which is like super advanced stats,
right?
And like James Harden's having a ridiculous season right now. I guess record plays into it. He's the best player on the best team, which is why he's the highest MVP, but. It's really stupid. And then, I'm doing a lot of talking. You do anything?
No, it's a weird year for sports if the Knicks are good.
Hey, Knicks are always good.
Especially considering the Washington football team has made it, so.
The Knicks are always great. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, me either. I don't know where I got that from.
They're going to get Giannis.
They still have Mitchell Robinson.
They do. WKU legend.
Is he okay?
He went there for a week. Not this year.
He's not good this year.
Yeah, I know that. Mitchell Robinson went to the Western Kentucky University, the school I went to for a day.
He went there he beat you.
Yeah, he went there, and then he was like, nah, I'm going to train for the NBA, and just left. We have a friend that went there, and he was like, yeah, he was there for like literally a week. Like, he was there, and then he just never showed up again.
I like it. That was definitely probably the good move.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I did too. So I went to WKU for a day. I've been watching a lot of soccer recently. I've been self-proclaimed Arsenal fan for many years, but I've actually watched Arsenal games. And they're 3-0 since I started watching. So,
good luck.
They've had an awful season. They were in the what they say the R word. They're in relegation territory.
Oh.
Which is bad.
Yeah.
How soccer works, Drake, if you don't know. Do you know what relegations and promotions?
Nope.
So, there's like several leagues.
Yeah.
We're like a stupid amount of leagues. All the countries have their own leagues. We're just going to talk about England, the Premier League. All right, so the bottom 3 teams, let's use the NBA and the G League as context. The bottom 3 teams in the NBA get demoted to the G League the next season. And then the top 3 teams of the G League get promoted to the NBA.
So they were getting ready to go down a tier.
Yeah, they're about to go to the EFL, which has never happened in the history of the Premier League. Arsenal's always been in the top. Wow. They haven't always been good, but they've never been relegated.
Yeah.
And then they got 3 key wins, and they're at like 11th place right now. There's like 20-something teams. 20. I think 20 exactly. Yeah. Wow. Still don't know anything about. It's like you watching, I guess, sports, where I'm like, I barely know anything about this. It's fun. It's cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe you should get in a sport.
I think if I got into any sport right now, I think it'd be hockey.
I hear a lot of people say that, but they don't.
I know, and I obviously love football, but I don't know. I
stopped watching NFL after week 4 this year. I usually watch every week for like every single year. After week 4, I was like, it could factor in that the 49ers' entire team died. But I was like, maybe not week 4. There's like very early weeks, I just stopped paying attention to the entire thing.
Yeah.
I won my fantasy football won my fantasy football league, and I'm like, all right, I'm retiring from fantasy football. I'm done. Football is just like, I don't know. I just don't find that much enjoyment. It could be the 49ers being bad, and you'd be like, oh, you're a fair weather fan, but I watched the 49ers through some rough years, man.
Yeah. Yeah, my team's balling out, but I just don't have any interest. I don't know.
Yeah, they're like the least likely team to win the Super Bowl. Besides the Browns, because the Browns don't have a head coach.
Yeah.
But they're like, it's like they have like a 0.2% chance of winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many teams are like legitimately good this year.
Yeah. Hockey's very fun. Come a Bruins fan. You like Bears. Bruins are a bear.
I do like Bears, and I like black and yellow. That's a good color scheme.
Yeah,
You know, I have a yellow Jeep. Put a bee sticker on it and live my life.
Yeah. You know, fun thing about black and yellow. You may not know this. It's one of those facts that are fun, you know? A fun fact. Every single major sports team in the city of Pittsburgh is black and yellow colors. If you didn't know that. The Steelers, the Penguins, and the Pirates all are black and yellow. You look shocked. Like I just told you something groundbreaking.
You didn't, but I mean, it is kind of ground. I never put it together though.
Wow. The Penguins are more like black and gold, but yeah, they're all black and yellow, like themed.
Wow.
Come Bruins fan. We'll gladly take you.
I don't have anybody else to cheer on.
Probably the best goalie in the league. He's leaving after this season. Great time to become a fan.
Chara's out. Let's go.
Yeah. I've had very disappointing in the playoffs the past like 7 years. It's like 2014. We've been very disappointing in the playoffs. We missed the playoffs one of those years. I think 2014 is when we missed the playoffs. 2014, 2015. And then every single year, it's just like you make the playoffs and you're like, yeah, we're going to do it. And then you get blown out. Yeah, I don't know. Hockey's a very fun sport.
I want to watch it live too. I've never been to in-person game.
Very expensive.
Yeah. But I've heard it's crazy.
To hockey games they're fun. I went to a Predators game versus the Bruins, and then the Predators won 4-1. So, very cool.
Yeah.
I just realized there's nudity behind my head. I should cover that up. That's cartoon nudity.
You're just going to be turning your head the rest of the...
I forgot this. I put on a movie. Won't say what, but I forgot there's nudity in it. It's a French animated film.
Oh.
Which gives it away, probably. We watched it on DCD.
Nice.
Yeah. So, Drake, I wanted to do the Too Casual Awards show. I never texted you. I thought of so you could prepare for this, but I think it'd be funnier if you didn't. I didn't know if we'd actually do it, but we're 30 minutes into the episode. This episode's going very slow. Like, I feel like we've been talking for like hours.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's only been like 30 minutes. I guess we're flying through topics, I guess. Or it could be that I'm just talking a lot.
I don't know.
That's this podcast. I felt like we were getting to a point where we're talking pretty equally, but we've regressed to the early episodes where I talk the entire time.
Yep, I've fallen off the rails. So Andy's gonna have to backtrack and pick me up.
Yeah, I gotta put the sucker in park and put the sucker in reverse and go get you.
Yeah, well, you gotta go get a crane first and then come back.
So the Too Casual Awards show, an award show. Right. We have a bunch of awards to give away, and I feel like it's gonna be so bad because last year was awful. So Drake, the best movie of 2020. What is it?
I don't even know what movies came out in 2020.
Sonic, maybe. You love that movie.
2020 movies.
I'm thinking of ending things on Netflix. Have you heard of it? I'm still writing the script for that video. I've seen that movie all the way through 6 times. And the clips of it. I've seen that movie countless times. But I'm like, I go to write the script for the video, and I'm just like, I don't know, I'm kind of done with the movie, but I still want to make the video.
Right.
It's very hindering my ability to do other things. So, I've also been very lazy with it. I think I did a lot of time into researching it, but then I took too long, so I kind of like lost interest.
Yeah.
So, not as passionate about making that.
I hear you.
Maybe the Scooby-Doo movie came out. Trying to help you.
I have one in my mind, but I think Sonic would be a funny pick.
It would be a funny pick. You actually genuinely enjoyed the movie, though. Maybe the Phineas and Ferb movie that came out. Ooh,
okay, so
Hubie Halloween, maybe.
I never watched it.
What?
Yeah.
Maybe Palm Springs, a pick on the show. The King of Staten Island.
It's between that and Sonic.
I don't know what else you watched. The new Borat that sucks.
I've watched 15 minutes of it, I think.
Kissing Booth 2, maybe.
I unfortunately watched that.
It's very bad. Maybe the Tom Segura stand-up special, Ball Hog.
I watched it yesterday.
Did you? It's pretty old.
Yeah, it's my probably third time seeing it.
Never sent you I mean, he's canceled now. The joke. So him, Bert Kreischer, and Chris D'Elia had specials coming out like within the same month, and they set up a joke to where if you watch all three, the joke has like the beginning, the middle, and the punchline.
Yeah.
Never sent you that?
No. I remember them talking about it on a podcast though, but they didn't say what it was.
Yeah. I mean, that's like the bit. They're trying to like, you have to figure it out yourself. I watched a lot of stand-up this year. I don't know what I think the best is. I think the Steve-O Gnarly special is very iconic. Eric Andre special is very cool, but like I wouldn't say that's the best of the year. I don't know. Maybe the Bert Kreischer one.
Bert Kreischer's was good. I like Tom's.
The most like impactful was the Dave Chappelle one, 846 or whatever.
Mm-hmm. All right, my movie of the year is Sonic.
Sonic
the movie. It was so good.
My movie of the year is... I was going to make a video like top movies of 2020, but there was like maybe like 2 movies I'd recommend that came out this year. It's like very bad year for movies. I wonder why, but movie of the year. Have you heard of it? I'm Thinking of Ending Things on Netflix, directed by Charlie Kaufman.
Movie of the year.
I had to pick it, I guess. I've seen it 6 times.
Chicago one?
Yeah, the Trial of Chicago 7 would be an honorable mention. And then the David Arquette documentary, You Cannot Kill David Arquette. The Sofia Coppola movie, On the Rocks. There's this college movie called Shithouse. And it's like very relatable. I don't think it's like a great movie. I don't think I'll ever revisit it again, but it was very relatable from my experience of college. I would recommend that one. I went like, it's like a slight, right? It's like an honorable mention, I guess.
Yeah.
And then obviously Hubie Halloween, the Phineas Ferb movie, and Sonic are all great. They're all...
I agree.
They're all very funny. Yeah. So, Drake, what was the worst movie you saw in 2020? You had so much difficulty finding the best. Anything you particularly just like didn't like or didn't enjoy? Do you hate movies? Do you ever watch a movie, Drake, and you're like, man, that was bad?
Yeah. A lot of like cheap horror movies piss me off.
Yeah. What would be the worst 2020? Maybe Hubie Halloween? No, I'm kidding.
When did Crawl come out? Because it's definitely
2 years ago.
Dang it.
Crawl is actually like pretty good. Like Crawl.
I hate that movie with all my heart.
It's not like great, but it's pretty good. I had a good time with Crawl. Maybe Kissing Booth 2 is the worst movie of the year for you?
It's definitely up there.
The Babysitter sequel? Babysitter Killer Queen? My worst theory is Kissing Booth 2, since I already said it.
Maybe the new Milan, that wasn't very good.
Yeah, because you're a sexist and a racist.
Whoa.
I'm kidding. Did you watch the new Wonder Woman?
No.
I haven't seen it. I've seen a lot of reviews for it. And there's a huge plot hole that I find so dumb that if I watch the movie, I won't be. I mean, I haven't heard it's good or anything, but it's like a massive plot hole.
Oh. No, did it come out on Christmas?
Yeah.
We were going to go watch it that night, but we didn't. I still hadn't been to the theater since they opened back up.
I've been there several times. I wonder why. So, like, the big bad guy has a stone where he can wish anything and it'll happen. So why doesn't he just wish that Wonder Woman doesn't attack him?
Yeah.
Incredible. Movie solved. Yeah. You have a worst pick? You said the one earlier.
The new Mulan, that wasn't very good.
Oh, the new Mulan. Is that going to be your pick just to save time?
Yeah, and just because that's all I can think of.
The best film club selection from the year. AKA everything, including Twilight.
Everything, including Twilight.
AKA literally every single pick that's ever been picked for the show. Do you need a list?
No, I've got it.
Do you have it like written down or you're on my letterboxd?
I'm on YouTube.
Oh, that makes sense.
I mean, worst
is the next one.
Oh, wait, this is best.
Yeah, this is best. Probably should do it in the other direction, but that's how I have it in my notes.
No, best is good.
Are you contemplating? Are you between two?
No, I'm not. Life of Brian.
Life of Brian, wow.
Yep. That's my favorite one.
Yeah, nice. My pick. My top one is one of your picks. Rushmore by Wes Anderson.
Nice. I made it, mama.
Yeah.
We both picked each other's movie.
My best pick, I would probably say Do the Right Thing.
Yep.
Now, worst film club pick. I think you already have your eyes on one.
I mean, Spy Kids, but...
Yeah, it really is Spy Kids. It really is depressing.
It really is Spy Kids, but if I had to, not say Spy Kids, I'd say probably Sleepy Hollow.
Wow, I thought you liked that movie.
Yeah, it was... Retrospect, it was okay.
I actually lied. Mine, I forgot we even had this movie. It's another pick by you. Spy Kids is my worst pick. Me, Myself, and Irene is easily the worst one.
Yeah, I thought that would come up.
It's just really boring.
No.
I forgot that movie existed. I saw those fairly. Another. I would put that in horny tier.
Yeah, he does kind of come.
Best new video game. A video game that came out in 2020. I know your answer before you even say it, but will you get to it? Maybe the new Call of Duty? I don't know.
No.
Maybe Call of Duty Warzone? That came out in 2020. Yeah. My pick's Call of Duty Warzone just by the matter of I not playing anything. The new Animal Crossing wasn't a big fan. I don't feel like picking the Nah, my pick is SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated.
Oh,
great game.
Yeah,
100% of it got 1,000 G's. Are you looking?
I don't know.
Like it's
no. I'm just trying to think. I really like Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk 2077.
I'm having fun with it.
Is that your pick?
Yeah.
Best. Yeah.
It's the first game. So, me being new in video games, I really only like playing when I play with people. The exception to that was Red Dead Redemption 2, which obviously was like 2018.
Yeah.
So I'm actually like enjoying playing alone with Cyberpunk, which is something that I really have a tough time with. So
yeah.
So that says something that I enjoy it.
Maybe try Skyrim after Cyberpunk.
Yeah, I played Skyrim a little bit. It's fun. I really wish I was around during like the Fallout years, because I think that would have been fun.
I would recommend Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 4. Fallout 3 is great. Just the graphics are so bad, it's unbearable. Like, also, like, the thing with Fallout, I would recommend Skyrim before any of the Fallout games.
Yeah.
The thing with Fallout is the combat sucks. Like, it's very... You just gotta, like, the world building is, like, the only good part. Like, the actual gameplay is really bad. There's a game called, Outer World or Outer Wild. There's two games that came out, like, very next to each other. There's one that's made by Obsidian that I'd recommend. It's made by the people that made Fallout New Vegas. It's, like, a futuristic post-apocalypse movie where you crash land on this planet. You gotta, like, find your grips. I would recommend that one. Maybe
Outer Worlds.
Yeah, it's Outer Worlds or Outer Wilds. I don't know.
Gotcha.
There's two games that came out like the same time, both space games. I think the other one's actually really good too. I only played the one by Obsidian.
No Man's Sky.
You're a funny guy.
What's the game that me, you, and Wes played?
Oh, I don't remember. That game was awful.
Yeah, it was.
I couldn't tell you.
We figured out how to teleport and then quit playing.
You're talking about the one where it like everything was like a pentagon?
Yes.
I don't remember the name of it. It was pretty bad.
I don't either.
Wes played it a lot.
Yeah.
Best ongoing video game. A video game that didn't come out in 2020 but had like a DLC or like an update. So like Fortnite, Apex Legends, Call of Duty Warzone. Mine's Uno. Had a DLC came out this year, but I played a lot of Uno. Very fun game. Uno or maybe Clash of Clans. I don't play it anymore, but there was like a 3-month period where I played a lot of Clash of Clans.
Yeah. I'd probably say Destiny 2.
All right.
I don't know. I enjoy it.
Then I have worst video game, if you can think of that one. Mine's definitely Madden 21. Big surprise, big surprise.
Dude, I'm terrible at this, huh?
I mean, it's fine. We're chilling. We're having a good time. This is the best award show of all time. Because 2 things get awarded. You could argue that's awful, but... I said that in the last... We had a DCD one. I'd said that too.
The worst video game.
I mean, if you Google it, you also have to have played it. So maybe look at your Xbox achievements. It's like the worst game you played this year. Like, is there... That game we played with Wes would be a good one. Because I think we played that this year. But I don't think it came out in 2020. But I don't really care. There's no rules here.
No rules.
We don't know who made the rules, but we don't make them.
Yeah, I just gotta go with Madden.
Madden.
Because that's definitely the least enjoyable of the games that I played this year.
The next gen Madden's so bad.
I don't even plan on getting it.
We share games, so. Or do you not plan on getting the new console?
Do I what?
You're saying you don't plan on getting the new console, or what?
I have the PlayStation.
You're not gonna get the new Xbox?
Maybe. I'll get it whenever we can't play together anymore.
Huh?
I'll get it whenever we can't play together anymore because of my Xbox, which will be never.
Oh, I gotcha.
Like future games that I can't play, but I want to play with you, that's when I'll get it.
I mean, you can't play the new 2K.
Right.
This one is going to be the most out there. Best TV show. And as someone that defaultly makes mine, I'm not okay with this, which isn't like a great TV show. So I'm going to broaden it to like just the best TV show you saw this year. Which I've seen a lot. I don't know. Maybe that 70 show. That 70 show is so funny.
That's a great show.
But the best TV show of 2020 is I'm not okay with this. Simply because it's the only thing I watched. I watched that. That's it. That's the only like new show I watched.
Yeah.
And they canceled it. So they had one season. The season was like okay. And then it got canceled.
Yeah. I'd say 2020 for me is Ratchet.
Yeah?
I like
Ratchet. Came out this year.
Yeah.
Best ongoing TV show, which I guess I already said, That 70 Show.
Bates Motel.
You're gonna be a big fan. My mom's a big fan of those picks.
Yeah, I love Bates Motel. I watched all of it, and it's.
My mom never watches TV, but she liked Ratchet. She liked Bates Motel, and
yeah,
Bly Manor. She really liked that.
Bly Manor. I'm gonna have to watch that.
Haunting on Hill House, the second season. Haunting on Bly Manor. Did you watch Hill House?
Mm-mm.
It's alright.
Yeah.
There's a brutal jump scare in it.
I don't know if I can handle it.
There's only like one jump scare in the entire show. And it is brutal. Like, the worst jump scare I've ever seen in my entire life, I always say this, is the Godzilla movie from 2014. There's a scene where they're in a bus, alright?
Uh-huh.
And they're like looking out the window, there's a Godzilla or whatever. I don't remember. I watched it in theaters, so I was like 15 at the time, 6 years ago. They're sitting on the bus, alright? And then they like look out the window and they're like looking at Godzilla or whatever. But then a bird like smacks into the bus window. And it's so mean. It's so like, cause you have those like Insidious movies where like you know where it's coming.
Yeah.
But then you have something like that that's just like rude. Or
they did not have to put that there.
The jump scare in Mulholland Drive is so like.
That's a good one.
Yeah. That one's brutal.
I started looking around.
Like, they're walking to the back of the restaurant. It's very slow.
Mm-hmm.
It's very funny after you, like, watch it, if you rewatch it.
Yeah.
But the first time, it just gets you.
Yeah. There's no escaping it either. There was actual fear on my face.
Good movie.
It was.
I'm surprised you enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. I've learned a lot since we started about movies, and I've really found some niches, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the point.
Yeah. It's been good.
I'm not learning much.
I guess you're just affirming your...
I'm just watching movies, man.
You're affirming your theories on basic movie watchers.
No, I get surprised a lot. Like you liking Mulholland Drive.
Yeah.
Or I have a friend, I won't say his name, even though we name drop all the time.
Yeah, we do.
people surprise me a lot. Like, as a guy who enjoyed I'm Thinking of Ending Things, which I was like, man, would not expect that from you. Or like, who else surprised me recently? I don't know. It's like, I'm more surprised than others. Like, I'm never like disappointed in when someone doesn't like anything. Like, a friend of ours recently watched Stalker by Tarkovsky and didn't enjoy it at all. And I was like, yeah, I get it. I get why you don't like it.
Yeah.
I think that movie's a masterpiece, obviously. But I'm never like, oh, you just don't get it, idiot. You know, I'm very open, and I'm like, I don't know. Like, you liking Mulholland Drive was surprising. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
We don't know.
Yeah. I do agree that I don't give a lot of people credit in, like, most movies. I'm like, oh, you just wouldn't like it. But that's not me, like, I don't know. It gives the connotation that I'm looking down on someone and saying, like, oh, you wouldn't get it, idiot. But it's more like, I just feel like you wouldn't enjoy this based off, most people have accepted cinema into being this one thing. And if anything isn't a part of that or branches off and tries to do something different, a lot of people don't like it whenever they see something different.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, I'm Thinking of Ending Things. It's very different. It's very, people have accepted that a movie flows like this. 3-act structure, or maybe a 5-act structure. And they're like, you know, the good guys win at the end. Bad endings sometimes happen, but like, I don't know. People accept this. And like, anything like Mulholland Drive is a great example where you finish Mulholland Drive and you're like, I have zero clue what I just watched. Like, that's a very abstract structure of a movie.
Yeah.
Very odd. But it's great. And I like stuff like that. It's not like I like it because it's odd, though.
Right. That's just what you enjoy.
I don't know. It's hard to describe why. Like, it's easier to describe why you dislike something than it is to describe why you like it. Which is like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just talking.
No, I agree.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been saying I don't know a lot.
That's okay.
I'm trying to think. Can't really think of much. I don't know. You like see people. All they like is the superhero movies and the Star Wars. You don't expect them to like those type of movies.
Yep.
Not to say that liking Marvel movies or Star Wars is a bad thing. I'm probably contradicting my past statements where I've made fun of people that enjoy those movies. But honestly, at this point, I don't care. Enjoy whatever you want. It's art. Art's meant to be enjoyed.
Yep.
Or other things. Like, also people don't, like, art can also make you feel sad. Or, like, the purpose of it is to make you feel sad. And that good art can be something that makes you feel sad or makes you feel angry. Like, Do the Right Thing. Very, like, it makes you feel angry at the end. Or, Marriage Story makes you feel very sad at the end. Or, and like, most movies, people are like, I don't want to watch a movie unless it makes me feel happy, or...
Yeah, see, that's my problem. That just proves the Uncut Gems thing, because I walked out of that movie pissed off. And, like, that was its purpose.
Yeah. Like,
and it worked.
That's a movie, like...
Yeah.
It's outside the norm that you've accepted as cinema. And you don't enjoy it because of that.
Yep. And that's it literally made me angry It did its job, and I still shit on it.
It's very, it's supposed to make you feel anxious. It's supposed to make you feel angry at the end. And it accomplished its purpose to you. It accomplished its point, and you didn't like it, which is fine.
Yeah.
That's like the same thing like the you don't get it argument. You fully, like, you experience, it's like what's a movie? I don't know. Like a movie that's supposed to be funny, but like someone watches it and they don't find any humor in it.
Yeah.
And them not liking it is justified because they didn't find it funny. But also is like, you didn't like, that's maybe a bad example. Maybe like being sad, like iconically for my friends, the Walking Dead by Telltale Games. Very sad, the first season. But we've had friends, it was like the middle school, like the dude bro. Like, oh, you can't cry. Dudes can't cry. Men don't cry. And like me and Wes cried. Don't want to speak for him, but I cried like a little baby at the end. And then like, they just like, they watched the ending, they didn't play the game, and they're like, oh, that's not sad. It's like so dumb. Iconic quote from that argument was, if I want a story, I'll just read a book.
No.
And so like, what?
Like, that's the purpose of the game, dude.
Yeah. That's like another, like, you've accepted video games into being like competitive multiplayer, I guess. But you can't like accept a single player experience. Which was like, I was about to say, which is like the birth of video games. Video games are like the birth of arcade games, like very like simple, stuff. Have you ever played
something simple?
Have you ever played something very old?
Yeah, I mean, I had like what was it? I remember my dad getting me one of the little...
Football?
No, like the Game
Boy?
I had a Game Boy, and I had a Nintendo DS. But even before that, before I even had like I think the first time I ever got anything was a PlayStation 2.
Yep.
But before that, you have the red, white, and yellow things on your TV.
Oh yeah.
That stuck into like a joystick.
Plug and plays.
Yeah, and it had like Pac-Man and Space Invaders and stuff like that on there.
So it was a what's the company? Arcade game.
Yeah.
What's it called? Atari Classics Arcade?
Yeah, it was like an Atari joystick box.
Yeah.
Like that would have been like the first time I ever played video games.
That reminded me, the first TV I ever had in my room. I've always had like a TV in my room, but like I got a Christmas present. I got PS2 for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
My first console was SNES. And we got a SpongeBob TV. I don't know why that reminded me of my SpongeBob TV. Did you have the paintball plug and play? Where you had like the gun where you aimed at the TV?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep, I remember that.
It's lost art of the plug and plays. It'll never be a thing again.
I know.
Well, we've been going for an hour.
Yeah, we have.
So,
proud
Drake,
of us.
Who is the hog of the week?
Hog of the week.
You've had a month to think of it.
I've been so unprepared. Let's just end it on me also being unprepared. I have no clue.
Well,
I can't not pick somebody though.
Dog of the week, Birdie Lee. Rest in peace. You could pick nobody.
I'll go Isaiah Wilson.
Isaiah Wilson.
Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, I'm aware.
He's a good guy.
I feel like we've had 20 hog of the weeks, and 18 of them been Titans players.
There's no way. Maybe 4.
I feel like you've maybe picked the entire offensive line for the Titans.
He doesn't even play.
You've also, you've only ever picked a non-offensive lineman once. I can't remember what it was. There was the zombie one, the Train to Busan one. I was like, you honorable mention. But there's like What movie was it? Is it part of the film club, and you pick the character in the film club?
I think it was the movie right after that.
I don't have a list of them like in order. I just have the ranked list. I don't know. I was like, Train to Busan makes the most sense, but I don't think it was that one.
No, it was after it.
I don't know.
I don't either.
Maybe Oh Brother Where Art Thou? I don't know. Where's Train to Busan? It was Halloween Town. There's no way you pick someone from Halloween Town.
I don't even remember what happened.
Wedding Singer? Did you?
Oh, it was Mulholland Drive.
Was it?
Billy Ray Cyrus.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Good guy. I remember you texted me. You're like, Billy Ray Cyrus!
You didn't tell me.
You didn't I forgot he was in the movie. I had the same reaction you did when I first saw it. I was like, oh, it's Billy Ray!
I literally freaked out.
All right. That's Too Casual Podcast. We'll be seeing you.
Night.